Welcome, welcome. Good evening, everybody. Live from, I know that's really old. I shouldn't do that anymore. But anyway, we're really excited to be here. We've got such a fun evening planned. Laura's here. Laura said to me a little while ago, she's learned so much. I've learned so much. I've learned so much from her. And I'm going to tell you something. Y'all will be really lucky that she's going through this process, because I get to see firsthand, you know, like I just say it. And so when I say it, I just figure y'all understand it. And that's just not the case.
Not necessarily.
So this has been a real teaching each other, I think. I mean, I've really learned a lot. And then you have to remember that we've had a couple of weeks to work on this, but life just gets in the way. And life is first. Our families and problems and traumas and horrible things happen, and those things have to have our time and attention, and so our sewing gets kind of pushed to the back burner. And I know that. We all know that. We all know of illnesses and just tragic things that happen, but I also know that our sewing and our sewing connection and our sewing community really keeps us strong and really kind of bonds us together, knowing we have friends out there who care about this like we do, and I think those are all good things. So I've really learned, and I'm really grateful for Laura, because, you know, she's my teacher right now. I'm teaching her about fit, and she's teaching me about absorption and, you know, all these other things. But this is gonna be a lot of fun tonight. Well, I shouldn't say that. I hope you think it's gonna be a lot of fun. But what we've done is we've come up with Eileen Fisher, and Eileen Fisher has introduced a program, and it's called the Grade 8. It is not new to Eileen Fisher. Many designers have done it. I just think it's very well organized how she's put it forward, and so that's because I was made aware of it. That's why I've decided to kind of tap into how she's doing it so that we can learn through it. So the concept really is that these base pieces in our wardrobe, I mean, I know we all have the feeling we walk into a closet and we say, I have nothing to wear. So the purpose of this whole Grade 8 is to take that away from us and to make each piece that we sew or each piece that we purchase and bring into our wardrobe much more meaningful, much more effective, and just to make our wardrobes work better for us. Remember, our wardrobes should really be about us. It should be a little narcissistic, because we're the ones who, you know, get to be the cloth creator. We're in control completely when it comes to all those decisions. And so it's kind of fun. All right, so we're going to bring up an illustration, and these are the pieces that we're going to talk about. I want to go through and explain them to you. We'll refer back to them. But I first want to introduce to you these 8 pieces so that we can kind of get a feel for what they are. Now remember, these 8 pieces for right now are all about Laura. They were not about me, they're not about you, they're really all about Laura. You're going to take them and make them about you, but let me just walk through them. Now what we did is we numbered them, and if you start in the left, and little tank there is going to be 1, the long tunic is 2, the pants 3, the next one 4, and then the bottom row would be 5, 6, 7, 8. So just kind of keep that in your mind. I didn't number this page because it was kind of the master page, and you know, you guys can take a screenshot of this and then print it out, and that way you'll have all the 8 pieces. All right, so these are the 8 pieces that are going to be our base, and I want you to understand that they should be in different colors. They should be about us. If navy is our best color, then we want these pieces in navy, and usually white or cream or black or browns. Whatever our colors are the best, that's what these pieces are going to be in color-wise. We have some amazing fabrics for you. We've got linens. And also, if you notice as we go through it, I'll point out different things we've learned about them, different fabrications that they produce them in. I don't think the goal for me is to get you to be like Eileen Fisher, because Eileen Fisher in this particular case has taken away all the fit. There's not a dart in any of these. They are not your best friend as far as looks go. Please don't convince yourself that they are. I went to a fashion show a couple Saturdays ago, and they were just, all the models were 6 feet and 100 pounds. And they look terrific. But nobody that I know is 6 feet and 100 pounds. I just don't know any of those people. Okay. So that look is going to not be our best. We need shaping. We need fit, we need all of those things built in. So we're going to start at the first one. Now, also, I gave Laura, if you guys could go to the to-do list for Laura, I think it would be the last image that was in there. Did you have a Word document that was in there? If not, it's no big deal. I can verbalize it. Okay, so this is just going to be we don't have it, but this is just going to be a little to-do list. And what I did is I wrote it out for Laura just to kind of give her what to do first, what to do second, what to do third. Kind of just, you know, go home and sew this, and don't think about this, just sew this. And the reason I did that is because when you're dealing with 8 pieces, and when I say Eileen Fisher isn't the first to do this, every designer I've ever worked for, and I had a dress line of my own, this is actually how you start the whole creation of each line, each season. You start with these 8 pieces, and then you bring in your fabrics and your different things to coordinate with these pieces. So this is a really common, there we go, yeah, there we go. This is a really common exercise, and the more you do it, the more familiar it will become for you. So because I've done it for, I don't know, 40 years, this is real comfortable for me, and I found Laura went, wait a minute, I was over here. And so because a lot of us do one piece at a time, so my goal is to kind of help you see a broader plan and then work it backwards. So that's kind of, you know, you notice at the top it says plan A, and then what I did is I put what she needs to sew next and what goes with what. So that's what we're going to do first. We're going to pair each piece with an outfit. Then we're going to, so tonight what we're going to do is we're going to pair the outfits. We're going to start into our fitting process, and then we'll show you what Laura created once those pieces were fit. Now, when we first started, remember, was it 2 weeks ago or a month ago? 2 weeks ago, just 2 weeks ago. That we did the jacket.
The last
2
webcast,
weeks ago. 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
Remember, Laura did the lining and she did the jacket, and so these pieces, she goes, there's 8 of these, and I said, and she said, I said, there's no lining. She goes, oh, no lining? Oh, I can whip this out in no time. So
famous last words.
well, no, they are. This is very
easier.
streamlined sewing. It's very quick and very easy sewing. Another factor that plays in is I had a lady a little while ago. She was traveling, a good customer, traveling, and she wanted to know, like, what could she pack and how could she make it as effective as possible. This falls into play in that area also. If you're traveling and you know, you don't want to take tons of things, or if you travel and take tons of things and find yourself not wearing a third of them, this is because you're not getting that base down and then adding to that base. Okay? All right, so let's go back to this plan A. So, and actually, because I know the plan, let's let them see the illustrations. Let's go back to that grade 8, if they can see that. So with the grade 8, the number 1, and I'm going to have you guys kind of make notes wherever you're making notes. The number 1 is our 195. It's our knit base 195. So then number 2, the longer shell, and notice on this the back is longer than the front. There's slits up the side. It's a very cute little trendy thing. Notice the neckline is high. This has to be a knit also, and this is just a lengthened 195. So 1 and 2 are actually the same pattern. Now we're just talking patterns for a minute. We're not going to get into fabrics yet. We're not going to complicate it. We're just going to talk patterns. All right, and so the first 2 are 195. This third one there, number 3, was our leggings, our 3400. Our yoga pants, leggings. I mean, I'm sorry, not leggings, but our yoga pants. And then our number 4 is our woven tank top. So that's pattern number 500, pattern number 514. We actually don't have 500 anymore. We have 514. Because 500 is 514, except it's more, and so 514 is what we're keeping, and 500 is going away. Because 514 has many more options than 500 does. So number 4 there, the right-hand side, the top row there, is number 500, the tank top. 514, sorry. Okay, then let's go to the next row. Again, we're just identifying patterns. Those are leggings. Number 6 is leggings. Leggings. I guess they're actually leggings.
Leggings.
And number 6, or 5, I'm sorry, I can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 6, the second row, second from the left there. And you know, can you hand me that pad? And I could actually draw these on there. No. Or can I? No, never mind. Okay, so that one, the number 6, Laura, remember this is all about Laura. Laura decided she wanted a skirt because this was coming up to summer. Here, we're everywhere. I guess not in Australia, you guys. Sorry about that. But anyway, so she wanted a skirt. So we crossed this one out and we added a skirt, and we're going to get to that here in a little bit. The next one there is a woven pair of pants. So we did like a 3200. And then the last one, the number 8, is our tank dress. So that's a woven long dress. So the picture right above it and that one are the same. One is long and one is short. Now on this page, and I don't need to go over it, but you know, you can add up these prices and it's well over $1,000 really quick. It's crazy how much these pieces cost. And you know, the part that always gets me is they don't fit.
They don't fit.
You know, they're just not our best look by any means. I mean, and that's not to say you can't use belts and things that will make them nicer and better, but they don't have shaping to them and they don't fit. Okay, so that's our plan. Now, we're going to start now, and let's go ahead and I'm going to have you put on your
$195.
$195. That's the sweater set. And we've got a full house behind the camera tonight, you guys. So we're hoping nobody gets, if we completely go dark, you'll know that the wires got tripped up somewhere along the line. Okay, and hang in. We'll be right back as soon as we plug the cords back in. All right, now on that pad, can I draw on that, or we're going to leave that out for tonight?
We have to open the image in paint, and then you can draw.
Okay, you want to not worry about it? Or
Sure.
okay. All right, so maybe we ought to wait till Laura's got a little dressing room that's contrary to our little wires. We should have put a dressing room on that side, but we couldn't do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through the fitting of each of these. I have fit $195 is our sweater set. That's the first one we're starting with. I don't know how many people I have fit this on, but certainly a lot. Here, I'm going to put this right here for now. Okay, Laura gets in here. Okay.
Yep.
And I think one thing that's really beneficial is whenever you're making changes. There we go. Perfect, you guys. Whenever we're making changes, it's important to be able to see where those changes are on the pattern. I think a lot of times I notice that when we drape, we understand the changes, but then we get confused as to how to take them back to the tissue. Okay, so we're going to make sure we understand about that. This is just beautiful on you.
Well, we changed it.
I know we did, but it's really pretty.
Yeah.
Okay, so Laura started off, and again, we picked the size.
Mm-hmm.
How'd you pick what size?
I picked it more or less according to this is a 5W
Okay.
with a 6W dart.
Okay.
And if I had put sleeves in it, they would have been a 3.
Okay, so what she did is when she started is she picked a 6W, and don't try swapping sizes. Make a muslin.
Mm-hmm.
I was cutting out something.
Learned.
Yeah,
I did.
I was
learned.
cutting out something today, and as I was cutting it, I was thinking to myself, Laura made a statement to me that you have a lot more confidence in sewing when you know it's going to fit. And I thought for a minute, gosh, if I didn't know this was going to fit, how do you even cut the fabric? How do you even have that confidence if you don't know that it's going to fit? And so in the beginning, just use the same size across the board. Then what we found out is because her shoulders were a little narrower, it really worked for the 5. The 5, you know, you don't want it sloppy over the shoulders because it just doesn't look as good. You really want it tight, not tight, but tight, I mean angles pulled in around here. And then it's beautiful in the bust. And then, of course, you went out to a larger size at the hips.
Oh,
yes?
definitely. Definitely.
Okay, so she went out to a larger size of the hips. But again, it was all 6W in the beginning,
Yes.
even 6W sleeve.
Yes.
We ended up going down the sleeve. She found out from something else we used a 3.
Jacket. The black
From
jacket.
the jacket.
We went down to the black.
And so now she's much more confident, is that the right word, in changing sizes?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so size changing is going to happen, and because you have all these sizes in the envelope, that's a good thing.
Right, and 6 is much too, for me, is much too broad across the shoulders.
It is.
And that was the whole problem.
It is. Okay, so when she put this on, one of the things we changed was the shoulder. But we're going to go, let's go in order first. L, C, and D, the length, there was no dart adjustment in the length, and there was nothing in the back. The lengths on her were fine. The C is circumference. Remembering we went 5 here, 6 here. That really is circumference, is changing those circumferences, and just make one muslin. Your fabric will make a difference, but not insignificantly. Still, like now that she knows she's 5 to a 6 in the bust, she could go to a looser woven fabric and just make everything a little tighter and it would work. It's not going to be that much. So the last issue then is depth, and we did a shoulder adjustment, and then I'm going to turn her around because we did 2 adjustments in the back. And we split here for the shoulder blades, and we took up for a sway back. You can see it's just a really nice fit through the back there. She's turning a little bit, but you know, it's just really pretty and straight when you pull that. Okay, so I want to just take a look at it and pull up the 195 pieces. Perfect. And I'm just going to show you where we changed those so that you can kind of get an idea as to what we did. For the shoulder, oops.
We're going to remove that image.
Okay, hang on one second, guys. Now remember, we're all, I should say we're all rookies here. I shouldn't say we're all. I is a rookie here. So we're getting better at this, but let me tell you something. This is not easy to do.
It's fun.
But I think it's that important for you all to see where we're changing and what we're doing. And in Laura's case, because we slashed the back, which is, I'm actually going to change this first, it impacted the shoulder. So we did change the shoulder, but then when I went back and sliced through the back, it made it better. Now, what you're looking for when you slice through the back, the symptoms that you're going to have is this is going to just be too low, and the front neckline is going to feel like it's choking you. The shoulder seams will just be, you know, hitting at the back side of the arm as opposed to hitting at the top. The whole thing just looks like it's pulling back. And
it
so
feels that way too.
Yes, thank you. It feels that way too. So once you slice this and add this in here, what she said was, oh, that's like so much better. So much better. Okay, so right here, what we're going to do is, this is the point where we slash. And the slash goes like this. And you notice it goes to nothing right there at the armhole. And that typically on most people, what we add, can you do an undo for me, please? Thank you. Okay, perfect.
While you're doing that, do we put the finished one on?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes.
After
Thank
it's
you.
all ordered?
Thank you. They undid too much, and that line was way too hard to draw, so they put it back on for me. Thank you. All right. So, yes, Laura, while I'm drawing the changes, she's going to put on
The finished.
the finished. Yeah. Watch that cord. Sorry. I'm paranoid she's going to catch a cord and go down. Okay. And she's our whole webcast tonight. We can't lose her. All right. So that is where the slash happened. But also just right down here, you know, you can see that at center back, it's wider than it is. It tapers to nothing at the armhole. And that's not quite to nothing, but just use your imagination and know it's nothing. Then right here at the waist, she told me, she said, well, do I really have that bad of a sway back? I said, you don't have a sway back. Just blame it on the pattern. Blame it on the pattern maker. I'll take the rap for it. She has a perfect body, and this pattern is really messed up. So what we're doing is we're fixing the pattern to fit her perfect body. I'm fine with that. So this alteration actually looks exactly the same, except here we're closing, so we're overlapping this portion right here.
Excuse me.
That's okay. And up at the shoulders, we were opening. This is actually adding, and this down at the waist is taking away. Now, all of that, you can see that in her new one that she made, this point right here is going to go on the fold. This point right here is going to go on the fold. And so you can still put that on fold. Anything that laps over past the fold, you're just going to cut it off. You don't need it, and you're not going to worry about it. And I'll make the shoulder changes here in just a minute, but let's look at her changes. Oh, and of course it's in black. But you guys, if you notice, I replaced these panels back here so you can actually see, see black now. But the reason we did it in black is because her base is black. So this is fabric This is beautiful. This is
the sleeve of the.
This is the same sleeve that she had in her jacket. So see, she's going to be
Okay,
able to pull all these pieces together. I'm waving this thing in the air. Am I screwing everything up over there? She's going to be able to pull all these pieces together because she's using the same black. Now the black she's using is 1600. Just so you know, I wanted to tell you that because this black, it's actually my pants I have on too. Look, Laura, we're twins. Oh, you do?
I've got the pair in there. I just didn't put them on.
It's just such a nice
and they are great
black.
fabric.
It's a beautiful weight, and I just can't believe I found it. But anyway, so you can see how pretty this fits. The darts turn around. It's just really, really nice, and it's got to feel really good.
Mm-hmm.
And she put a little one there.
So I can remember. Senility sets in after a while.
And she's got a whole bunch of garments back there, so it's really, really good.
Too many pictures for this old lady.
Okay, so if you want to, why don't you put on number 4?
Okay.
So that's the woven
Okay.
tank. Watch your cord. Oh, she's got it down. Okay, so I'm going to go back to that, the one I was just at. Yeah, if you could put that back up, I'm just gonna finish drawing on the shoulder where I want to do, because once I went ahead and opened up the back, closed up the sway back, the back shoulder was fine. The front over here, we actually ended up taking just about right there. We took a little, how come it's not writing? Can you guys help me there? Am I doing something wrong? Like this? Sorry, guys. I had an email, someone tell me I was going to be Joe Madden. Joe Madden, I'm not. Give me another 10 years, we'll see. But right now, no. Okay, so right here. Oh, yep, I can tell already my pen's back. We took a little tuck all the way across there. When I say tuck, it could be different across, it could be the same across. It just depends on your styling, but just recognize that sometimes when you make this adjustment in the back, that shoulder seam may need to be played with a little bit. And it's a straight angle line. Don't let it panic. Don't do any of that. Not to worry. And then we went ahead and on the sleeve, now we left this sleeveless, so we actually didn't even deal with the sleeve. We're going to actually cross that off.
You did say number 4. The same one, but longer.
No,
okay.
The tank, the woven.
The woven tank.
The
okay.
woven muslin.
Okay.
The woven muslin. Okay. So any questions? Can we even entertain questions at this point? Any questions that we have while Laura's changing about the fitting? I've done lots and lots of 195s on lots and lots of bodies, and I'm going to tell you that you're not going to have a lot of changes. If you have a lot of changes, you're in the wrong size. So don't, go doing all these changes. You're in the wrong size. Do you true up the center back seam after you've added in for the shoulder back blades? I guess you could call it a true up. I don't know if you could really call it a true up, but you go from the point at the top and the point at the bottom, and you draw a straight line. And that's so that you can still put it on the fold. It's a knit. You don't want a seam at that center back, and you don't need a seam at center back. So just keep that straight and you're good. I guess you could call it true up, but again, I don't worry about the terminology. Just use the top and the bottom and draw a straight line in between. Okay, so now on our grade 8, we're jumping to piece number 4. And piece number 4 is the woven tank. And we had history with this. Remember that she did number 300. So we saw some very similar patterns. Can I get... Oh, do we have more questions?
For later.
For later, okay. Yes, perfect. This is the tank. So are we going to move that or leave it there? We're okay where it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. Okay, so one thing I want to show you is, remember right in through here?
We'll have to change it to edit it.
Oh, to draw? Oh, okay. Sorry. They'll work on it. Okay, so I'll just describe it while they're doing that. In 300, I call it a free zone. It's above the bust point. It's below the armhole. And I'm going to draw that on you, but just give us a second. Laura added 3/4 of an inch. Now, we saw this in 300. We anticipated it. in the tank top,
Absolutely.
but she still did not make the change because I kind of beat her over the head and said,
And she did.
don't make any changes because we're still trying to teach you all what changes that she's having rather than making it easy for her. I'm still wanting her to do all the work.
No, believe me, you do.
Yeah, she's really done a great job. Really done a great job. Okay, so the tank top. We'll go through and we did L, C, and D again. The length was exactly, that's kind of where I went there first. I'm okay, you guys? Thank you. Okay, so right here, it's going to be right there where you can see it's under the bust, under the armhole, I'm sorry, and above the bust. And you're going to go straight across. It can actually be a straight line, not like mine. And that's where you can cut. If you actually start to play with the dart and try to lower it and raise it, you're going to cause yourself a lot more work. It's much easier just to cut it, add 3/4 of an inch, and you're good. Your dart angle's right, your dart end is right. It's the easiest way to do it. And keep in mind,
I even labeled it this time.
she even labeled it.
I couldn't remember.
Once you've done it, it's going to be across the board with all silhouette patterns. I just wanted her to not do it. And Laura, I'm going to tell on her because she did some alterations. This is a woven, okay? So she did some alterations that she does on every woven pattern she makes. And she caused me to cry because I have told you guys, if not 1 million, 3 million times, do not make adjustments to this pattern just because. And she was taught 40 years ago.
Oh, not that far back. Maybe
20
years ago.
20 years ago to do this. It doesn't even matter what it is, to do a certain alteration. And every pattern she goes to, she does that alteration.
Yes.
And she screwed up my pattern, and I was
I came
upset.
over and Peggy almost had a fit.
No, not almost had a fit. I had a fit.
Yeah, she did.
We just didn't tape it, okay?
It was probably X-rated.
So I wanted to understand why she made a change when I said don't make changes. But she said because...
That was the way I learned it.
And that you should do it.
And I should do it, yes.
So if you're in the Laura Club that you do
You may
that,
go be.
get out of the Laura Club, please. No more. It messed things up. She had to make another muslin because
And this is number 2.
I would not drape that muslin with her changes.
But you didn't tell them what the change was.
I'm not going to tell them.
No, okay.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. We have some little things like that. It doesn't matter what it is that we do to the pattern because we think it's going to help it. And I'm telling you right now, it doesn't help it. Is that fair?
That's fair. So we went back to original version.
We went back. Okay. So then what we did is we, again, changed the shoulder. We had to do the shoulder. And so on our little drawing here, it was right there again. Right in through there. Okay. Then on the back, I'm going to go down to the back here. She had a sway back. And so again, it's wider at the center back, tapers to nothing just like this. You're still going to be able to put it on the fold because you're going to put this part at the fold. You're going to put this part on the fold. You're going to draw a straight line. That is the straightest line I've drawn all night, just for the record. Please don't go back on that. Don't take it off. Okay, so that's what the back looked like, just so she could put it on the fold. And again, she said to me, do I have a sway back? I said, no, the pattern's messed up. You are perfect, okay? And so she didn't have any slicing. Now, on Laura...
In a woven.
In a woven. That's a good point, because it's not in a knit.
It doesn't happen in a knit.
She has one blade back here. You want to turn around? I don't know if you'll be able to pick it up or not. But she has one blade that's more prominent than the other blade. Just because she's Laura. And that's just Laura. So, in order to make that tank lay good on both sides, I put a dart on the side, and it goes from one side to another. And on her back, it's right here. It literally goes, see from the armhole, it goes into the neckline. Now that is going to be a little harder to drape on yourself if you're by yourself, but you're going to call somebody, your neighbor, whoever, and get them to just pinch out the extra. Just tell them to pinch out the extra until it fits really smoothly in through here. It is a dart. It's bigger here. It's smaller here. Once that garment is sewn, you'll never see that there's a difference between the sides. But if you don't make the difference, the garment will shift. It won't stay up. It won't be nice.
And your bra strap shows.
And your bra strap shows. Good point.
Yes.
Okay? So we fixed that. And then we did one minor little thing. Now with a tank top, all of your changes are going to be in through here because this is where it anchors. You know, she had a little sway back, but other than that, all your changes are going to be through there. But the other thing I did is right in here, I put those beautiful waist darts. And if you notice, they give her height. They're very small. Once a dart is stitched, you can't see the size of it. So don't be afraid to use those. I don't even know they're in the pattern. Are they in the pattern?
No.
They're not in the pattern?
I don't believe so.
And I actually put them, I put them in the back, but she didn't sew them.
I didn't sew. Did you mark it?
I don't know. I don't think I did. I don't think I did.
No,
all right, so I wanted you to see this is what made her comfortable, and that's her woven tank. Okay.
It's nice. It really does feel comfortable.
And it's a muslin. Just wait till we get it to fabric. All right, are we good? We can take that away. Laura, you're going to change into
this in knit long to go over the leggings.
Let's do 195.
195 over the leggings.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, let's do.
She didn't need a round back.
Let's do this long. Let's do this long.
Okay.
She did need a round back adjustment on this one. She did not, and the reason she did not is simply because the tank top is so low, you can't see where the neckline hits anyway because that back neck is so low, and you can do all your changes through your shoulder seams. So adding that length there really is, it's like 6 of one, half a dozen of another. It's just not going to make that much difference. So in this particular case, I could adjust the shoulder seams and get it to be where we needed it to be. Okay? So these little pieces, especially now, she has them fitted. You recognize that they're an hour to sew. This is where the fun starts, and you can make that garment up faster than you can even get to a mall. It's a waste of time to go to a mall and start looking because you got the fabric and you're just going to go. Now keep in mind, as she comes back in, I'll start going over fabrics now. We've got our patterns down. We've got our two tops. We had a 500 and a 514. I'm sorry, we had a 195 and a 514, and we've got those two fitted. We'll go over the pants here in a minute. But also what we recognized in this journey was that, you know, initially the plan I had is just too much. It's just way too much. And so sometimes I'm guilty of just kind of overload. So Laura said, whoa, slow down. So we decided to try to really make this real, so your journey and her journey could be the same, and you could work on those 8 pieces, or 6 pieces. We've only got 6 right now. And then not the next webcast, because we've got webcasts that have been planned. We're going to bring in her journey, and we're going to bring in the skirt and the tank dress and what we've done with it and the fabrics. We'll give you a plan tonight, and then we'll show you what she's done so far. When I was working and going through kind of her little to-do list that gave her.
I think I've got the wrong one on, but we shall see.
It's okay. We'll make it right.
We'll make it right.
All right. So when I was doing that process for her, I don't think you should do all the fitting at one time. I think you should fit the 195 and then do the outfit, and then fit the 500 and do the outfit, because I think you want to build fun into it, and fun to me is the outfits. Okay, so this was fabric this is her 500, but she put a little sleeve on it.
Yes, I just dropped the shoulders.
Yeah. And so, but she did it in a knit. Now, her question to me is, how come that worked? So she did it, but I think she was maybe a little unsure of why it worked.
But I did test a little bit first with the measurement test with the knit to see how much knit I needed.
This is your 195. Where's your dart?
There's... God, I know patterns. No, this is the 415. You wanted the 195?
What is
it's
this?
The brown one.
What's this?
The other one. This one, the same as this one.
This is this one?
Yes, it's just the long one.
So this is 195.
No, it doesn't have the long darts in it.
Then this is 500.
Okay.
This is number, you have it back here. This is number,
I think I've got the wrong garment on. So I need yes, it's the brown one.
Well, you don't have to change. We could go over this since
Okay.
you've got this one on. But
That's
which
fine.
one is this?
This
It's sure
is
cute. We both like this fabric. The fabric sold out. The fabric sold really fast, but we really like it. So this is number 2 or number 4?
This is 4, and this went with the slinky pants, but which I don't have on.
That's okay. She's not changing pants,
I know.
because you can't see the differences in pants either way.
Yeah,
And I'll explain the differences in pants. So this is the 500 long.
Mm-hmm.
But she did it in a knit, and then she liked a sleeve, so she added that kimono sleeve, and it's adorable. Yes?
I like it.
It's adorable. And how much time did this take you?
Nothing. Once I got the other one fitted, it
That's-
was really not just the length, just the
that's
length, and to
what we're
make sure I
getting
had
to.
enough here.
That's what we're getting to.
Yes.
Because you can see this beautiful butter. It's so pretty.
I got
on
the
her.
butterfly in the center even.
It's really
Yeah,
beautiful.
without planning.
Because that's when you start getting fit out of the way and you're not worried about it anymore. That's when you start playing with the fabrics and you start having really a lot of fun. And when you pack something like this, you see it takes up like
It
Zippo
just
space.
crumples up to nothing.
Yes. Okay. Beautiful.
Okay.
Okay. You can put on anything you have back there.
Okay.
And then we'll just tell them what you have when you had it. All right. Does that work?
Yeah.
And in between time, Laura, don't rush. We can answer questions. Instead of doing a dart, could you now just change... Instead of doing a dart, could you now just change the slope with the French curve? Oh, you're talking about the tank top. Thanks. No. 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 You guys, if you take the back, there's the shoulder, the blades, and the soy back. If there's a problem at the blades, and here's a good analogy I can make for you. If you're talking about the neckline, the bust line, and the waistline, we would never say, well, there's a problem with the bust line, let's adjust the neckline. You would never do that. The problems of the bust have to be fixed at the bust. Problems have to be fixed where they are. The body is deptual. I don't think that's a word. But recognize that those problems have to be fixed where the problem is. They can't be fixed, 5 inches away. It's too far.
This is the one I should have had on after the muslin with the what I call my chicken wing shoulder, because I was unsure.
This is really pretty.
I was unsure about the dart back here, so this I just ran up. And
Okay,
I like
so
it.
this was kind of a wearable muslin. So if you liked it,
Yeah,
do you like it?
I like it.
How long did that take you to make?
10 minutes.
All right, so see, you guys, these look so much better than anything you're going to find at at the store. I don't care how much you pay for it; they're not going to fit like what these do. This is so pretty on you. Want to turn around?
Right, and the darts fit and everything.
So this is number
415.
Number 4.
Okay.
Well, it's number 4 on our list. It's 514. It's number 4. The pattern is 514, but it's number 4. So this is the base, and it's going to become her tank dress also. We're not there yet, but it's going to become her tank dress. Now, this is also going to become your denim, but that's not what you've made yet.
No, the denim's
Okay.
cut, but it's not sewn.
So what I did now, and this is where I say this is kind of a continuing journey, is her next project is this, and the pants are going to be done in denim.
Exactly.
Dark denim is everywhere for spring. It's like one of the strongest trends we're going to see. So because I have dark denim, and I was going to tell you all the pattern number, I wrote it down. It's 1598. No, 1598. Sorry, 1598. I gave her the dark denim. It's a stretch denim, and it's going to be perfect for a little tank and pants that go with it. It's going to be a really cute combination. And then, of course, she can layer all those things on top, and she'll be right in style, and she'll have that base out of black and a base out of denim, and then we're going to start playing with it. Okay.
Is that a silk?
No, this is just a plain old
Cotton.
cotton. Well, no, it's poly.
pretty. Oh,
It's a poly. Yes, just a plain old
Shh,
poly.
don't tell anybody. You can get away with poly
Yes.
in a tank. Just
Yeah.
It's pretty. It's really, you never know it's poly. It
Well,
doesn't look
actually,
like
it was an old calf can that I bought long ago, so it had a
She's
bunch of fabric.
recycling.
I am recycling because the back is different from the front in pattern than the front.
Ah, that's a great thing to do, you guys. You can buy fabric at the stores all the time. You look on the sale racks. I find all kinds of cashmeres there. It's really nice.
They do.
Okay, so we'll go back to the chart here in a little bit. We'll wrap everything up. But we've got one fitted, and we've got the tank fitted, and then we've got a couple variations. Okay, so
Now comes the long tank that's supposedly over the leggings.
it's not a tank, though. It's a long 195, isn't
Long,
it?
no, it's a long 4.
It's
the
a
other
long
one.
this one.
Yes.
Long 195.
Sorry, I can't remember the numbers.
That's okay.
I've
That's
got
where
too many we're going here.
That's why when you take that grade 8, and I'll go back to it and just kind of go over it again, I want you to go through, and we're going to see this in Laura here in a minute, but I'll go through and kind of pull it all together so you can see what her plan was. Now, again, when we did this, it was all about Laura, and she did not want any sleeves in her base pieces. And I would actually suggest that. That's in your 195 and your 514. And the reason being is because you're going to easily add in sleeves. I mean, it just, you know, just like Laura took that 3 sleeve and then added it in. She knew what sleeve worked. But not on your grade 8. I would not put sleeves on your grade 8. We're going to put sleeves on other things. And we'll show you that in just 1 second. What kind of sleeve did she add to the butterfly top? That's just a kimono. I've showed you guys how to do that. She learned it from that YouTube that we did. So it's just a kimono sleeve. That looks so nice on you.
This is $195. I finally got the dart straight.
It's a lot easier because I made the pattern. It's a lot harder to remember the stupid numbers. Okay.
And this was made to wear over the leggings. And by the way, those leggings are great.
Okay, so we were talking about the sleeve, the butterfly sleeve. You put in, and you just used the sleeve pattern and drew it in?
Yes, just like your class.
Just like I told her.
Yes, for once I obeyed
After I
instructions.
scolded her about the muslin, she listened a little more carefully.
But it won't last, people. It won't last.
But no, stay here. This is too cute.
Okay.
But one thing you have to learn, you guys, is I'm really just trying to help you. I am not trying to win. I'm not trying to create arguments. I'm just trying to make it simple for you. Okay? So it's not even my way. It's the way I learned in ready to wear, and I'm just kind of passing it along. I didn't make any of it up. I didn't, you know.
Yeah. Now, in my opinion, I would add a focal point somewhere to this knit. For me, I feel like we're looking at we don't have anywhere to focus the eye. It's pretty, and it's got a lot of colors. I mean, I would add something up here, or a belt.
I have it for you.
Your belts won't fit me, I'm sure.
No.
What?
Well, it's in the other room. I can't get it right now.
Okay.
But anyway, so the first thing I want you to know is this is 190. This fabric is ours, and we'll put it up later on. We'll put it up tonight. It's just adorable fabric. So she picked out the fabric that she liked.
And it goes well.
And so this is number 2. Remember, because I'll put that grade 8 up again, and I'll link it. And these are her black, and I gave her some cotton leggings. The cotton leggings are 1579 is the fabric number. 1579. The leggings, that's pattern 5019, 5019. Any problems with the leggings? So
no, absolutely not. I was a little leery, to be quite honest with you, of just turning over and putting a 1-inch casing because I'm so used to my pants falling down in the back from non-fit. But anyway, the leggings are perfect. I have them with me, but it takes a little while to change it. But they really are nice, and I'm going to see if I can find some more fabric. And
cotton, a black cotton pair of leggings are wonderful for the summer. They probably won't last more than one summer because you'll wear them to death. Right. They're comfortable as all get out, and you'll just live in them. And I hate to say it, but there's many nights I sleep in mine and then just put on a new top in the morning and I'm out the door. Okay,
I've witnessed.
Yes, she has. All right. So this look is fabulous. We're going to do so many things with it. But I did want to change this up to where it's printed now. But remember, if she wanted to be black on black, she could be black on black. And do you have another top for them to see?
No, I think that's it.
I want you to put the black one back on for me. The black top.
195.
Yeah. Yes, it's 195. Now remember that. Let's go to that chart for me. To the grade. Did she lower the neckline? No, that's 195, just like it is. 195. Remember that was the one where we split the back on her. So when you split the back, it brings the neckline, but she didn't change the neckline. Okay, so let's go back to that little chart there. We've got it. Whoops, did I mess that up touching that pad? And okay, so can I draw on this or no? That's okay. I don't need to. I can just explain it. Okay, so the one up in the upper left. Let's start there. Laura's got back on her black base. Remember that this is your black base. Doesn't have to be black. It could be navy. You guys got that. So what we did in this case where she made 3 outfits is we made 1 black, 1 denim, and 1 a print with the black. Those were the 3 that we did. So the 3 that we did, we're going to start with upper left would be the 195. And that's the one she's got on right now. That's black. Okay, then the next one to it is the print that she came out a few minutes ago. That was adorable. And that she made with the leggings. So if you see, that was number 2. And it goes down to number 5, the leggings that are on the bottom left-hand corner. Okay, then going across the yoga, we're not going to worry about the pants, but she made those in black, and that's what she has on, and that matches number 1. So 1 and 3 go together, and 2 and 5 go together. That's what we've done so far.
And I also made, well, actually I made 2 pairs of the pants. I have a dark navy. Which
Now, see, I think that's fascinating, you guys, because all of this that she's been doing, she snuck in another pair of pants. You know why? Because it's fun.
It is
you know
fun.
it's going to fit. And so it doesn't seem like a lot of sewing because it's fun. It's a lot of production. So that's kind of fun. That's kind of cool. So you snuck in a navy pair, and you like the navy pair better with the print.
Well, I can wear it with the print, and then I have some other
But remember,
prints.
you've got the denim. You
Right.
didn't make the denim still.
Right.
That denim could have gone with that print too.
Absolutely.
But Laura's not going to stick to 8 pieces. I'm warning you right now. Okay, we're gonna call it the Great 48. Okay, but anyway, going across that, 3 was the yoga pant. 4 is the butterfly top that she came out in. But she added a little sleeve to it, and then she wore that with number 7, and that was her pant. Okay. All right, so remember that we've covered all those. We don't have number 6. That's going to be a skirt. We don't have number 8. That's going to be the little
8.
tank dress.
Right.
And we're going to have some fun with those 2 items. Okay, so that is our 8. That is what Laura's done. I have a little surprise for Laura because she's been doing so much sewing. And, you know, the sewing on these pieces is fun.
It is, really.
But sometimes, you know, you think, okay, like I got to get the base done so then I can start to have fun. So I made something for you. Now, remember, I've always said to you guys that it's fun to kind of sew for somebody, but there are worries because, like, is she going to like it? She's going to pick apart my sewing. You know,
That's why I didn't bring them over until the last minute.
Okay, but I made something for you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. All right.
Uh-oh.
Brett. Yep.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, so
How
this is
wonderful.
probably one of my favorite patterns we have. So we have a little kit right now. It's a little pattern collection. It's 116, which is the one I have on. It's 95, which is what this is, and it's the leggings. So this is going to be your sleeve, which is why I said to you, go ahead and make everything sleeveless because I was going to do this for you. So you're going to put this on here. This is going to go out. Your arm, one arm goes there, and this is going to go out here. Now, what Laura's comment was, she says, I want something that's like really soft and flowy to go over things. And like, because Laura is not a print person, is that fair?
That's fair.
Look how cute this is.
Thank
Do you
you, dear.
like it?
Very much.
Blue.
Thank
It's her
you.
color.
I am truly, truly surprised.
It's her color. So I thought I knew I could get away with her color. See, now she could put a focal point. And your necklace right there is the focus, and they're just great base pieces.
Oh, it's great.
And
great.
you may not like it, and if I never see it wear it, it's okay, because it's okay.
She will. She's probably going to get tired of seeing me.
No, but you know what, you guys?
It
Here's
is
the
cute.
thing about when we sew. It becomes very personal because, like, I love edges not finished. But I notice with Laura, even when she sews her muslin, she finishes her edges. But these edges are not finished. So I may be leaping you into a field that you can't handle.
No. I think times are changing.
Okay. Okay, but see, now this is all finished around the neck edge, and so it really has kind of a
it's
finish
comfortable.
Button. It is comfortable. It's really comfortable. It's a really soft, and it's beautiful. It's really pretty and drapey, and the color is great on you. Okay, so that's her surprise. So now what I want to do is just take a minute and answer questions about this grade 8. There's one question that I do want to answer. It was brought in to me, and the person emailing me said, sorry for the stupid question. It's just not a stupid question. I mean, we've said it a million times. There's really no such thing as stupid questions. I know you've heard that. Her question was, because this pattern of the month is Ellen's jacket. It's 1100, and you're dealing with shoulder pads. And on our half-inch shoulder pad, on our 1-inch shoulder pad, it doesn't make a difference which, they're not a right and left. But on our half-inch shoulder pad, there's a little cut at the top of the shoulder pad, and that's for the shoulder seam. And the longer edge actually is the front. Because we are more hollow here and we're more rounded here, the longer edge of the shoulder pad should come into the front. The shorter edge goes into the back. It's a little bit opposite of what you might logically think it through. So that's kind of why I want to bring it up. Where the cut is, the longer part goes to the front, the shorter is the back. And now you all know, and you won't be walking around with your shoulder pads in backwards, which is a good thing. Okay. Is the fit of the yoga pants and leggings the same, just one narrower at the ankle than the other? Yes and no. You really are not going to have any trouble fitting the leggings at all. I mean, just not at all. They're too close to the body. I've tweaked the angles. That's not a problem. Your yoga pant, the most... would you guys put up, if you could, and I don't know if we have time, but can you put up the image where I can draw on it of yoga? I've got the yoga pieces up there. We did fit this yoga piece to Laura, and I'm going to show you the changes that we made.
Just the teal ones, if you want. They're not the yogas, but okay.
I'll show her.
Okay.
I'll show her. I remember the changes we made. At this point, I know Laura's body better than Howard. Just don't tell Howard. Only from a clothing perspective. Okay. All right, here we go. So notice the crotch that's longer is the back, the crotch that's shorter is the front. So just keep mindful as to where we are. Perfect. Thanks, guys. All right, so remember the longer crotch is the back. This would be the back here. And so we did this, you guys know that's very typical. It's the first dart you'll probably take on any of them.
Right.
It's at center back because all of us as women, our rear ends is where we gain and lose weight. It's like the B, C, and D cup of pants. Laura has a B cup butt, and I put her in a D cup pant. So that extra fabric, if it's not taken up in the butt, it hangs down below.
Right.
That is not what we want. So we took up a dart, and center back sews to itself. So no worries and no changes. Always, 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 that is going to be... I'm trying to hang on here. Number one.
Number one for me.
Okay. Do not, you will do great disservice to yourself if you do that anywhere else first. Even though the wrinkling, even though the extra fabric is down below the rear end, I have said this 8 million times, always go to the hip line first. Okay, then the second thing that Laura needed on her pants was right here. And you're going to take, woo, I think I had one too many tequilas. You're going to take it over there and back there. These are straight angle lines, you guys. It's in the top portion. Just kind of get the idea. And wherever you do it on that piece, you do it on this piece. And I am off to the races, but you see what I'm trying to do.
And
there.
On me, it's a total of 6/8, so it's 3/8.
Oh, so it's only 3/8 of...
Yeah, and it makes a big difference, right?
It does make a big difference. Those are all the changes we made. Those are very typical, very common on your yoga pants. I cannot make a pattern that fits every rear end out there. Please help me. That's the reason I teach you, is so that you'll help me. And together, we'll get a perfect pair of yoga pants. Is that a deal? All right. So what pattern numbers of wrap again? This is 95. It's called Brooks Top. What is the pattern number for the surprise? Number 95, Brooks Top. Here's the pattern, so you'll just get a visual as to which one it is. What pattern is used for number 6 pant? We didn't use number 6 pant. We're going to actually make that as a skirt because the leggings, the yoga pant, and the dress pant, she already had 3 pants. We're not going to do a pant there. We're going to do a skirt, and we're going to do the jean skirt, but we're going to do it in a knit. So we're going to do the jean skirt with a pull-on band. But again, we didn't want to give you all too much because it's mind-boggling if you get too much at one time. So next time we pick up, we'll tell you where we're going to go with that. But what we're going to do is do 2017, which is a woven jean skirt, but we're going to do it in a knit with the yoga pant band on top so that we can just slide it on and have a cute little skirt for the summer, which is what Laura wanted.
Right.
Because she hadn't had...
I haven't had a skirt on in years.
But she wants to.
Yes. Except with heels, I mean. But just for casual.
Yeah, for casual summer and flats or flip-flops or thongs or whatever else you want to put on, it's really fun.
I've got the shoes already.
All right. Tell them what else you want them to know about this journey. Please.
It's been a long but rewarding journey. I found that I can work with knits as well as wovens, and I am not basically a pattern fabric person. I'm a solid fabric, and I like to be the classic with just a little bit of twist to it To me, that is this. I'm going to learn to leave raw edges when I come over with with my muslins to Peggy. She says it's only 4 pieces.
I just
why
want you.
are
I
you
hate for
why are
you
you
to spend
searching
the
the
time.
edges?
I hate for you to spend the time when we're tweaking it and throwing it away, or
Right.
I just.
Yeah.
But it's okay to do it. Just keep in mind that it's not productive time. Is that fair?
Right.
Yeah.
So
all.
now I have 3 skirts and 4 total tops.
No, you have 3 pants.
3 pants. See, I'm wacko already.
That's okay.
3 pairs of pants, and
That's
I will
what
have
I'm
4
here for.
tops.
I'm here to keep
right.
you straight.
Right, and then this would be great, and I intend to get the pattern and make it again. What size did you make me?
It's one size.
A 1 size? Oh, that's even
Yeah, because
better.
also I figured if she didn't like it, I could take it. Because I really like it. I figured she'd be really honest and just say, it's something I'm not going to wear. But you can do this. Keep in mind, this can be a woven or a knit. Now, Lauren Bray is a customer. Casey Clark. Well, I don't need to say names, I guess. Anyway, the way I got this from initially, I'd always done it in a woven. And she was like young, 20. And she came into a workshop I was doing, and she had this on, but I didn't recognize it because she didn't have a button, and it was just loose and open, and I just loved it. And I said, that top, I've got to copy that. She goes, no, this is your pattern, one of those. And I don't think I've ever done it in woven with a button on since, because I just love this whole look. It's loose, it's fun. You can do shearing here. You can pull it up. There's so many things. I know we've done webcast on this pattern, but just a lot of things you can do with it, and I just really, really like it. It's just a really fun. You wouldn't know it by looking at the cover, but all right, what else have you learned in the journey? Fun?
Absolutely fun. It's more than fun. It's therapy. For
that's
me,
fair.
it's the getaway thing that I can go and just sew, and I know now that basically speaking, I won't speak for everything that I've done, but it's going to fit. Or at least it's going to fit to the point that I can adjust it after the pattern's made, except for pants. Now that I have learned my lesson. Those 2 adjustments are a must.
And I do think we both agreed it really was a journey.
Oh, absolutely. It's not over yet.
Yeah, and I think it's really important to not take it too seriously. Remember, it's only fabric. I guess because we both have philosophized about things that are really important in life, and the good news is ruining your fabric isn't on that list.
It's not the end of the world.
So that's the good news. But anyway, let's answer the rest of the questions, and then I think we're good. For this grade 8, do we use negative ease on 195 or our measurement? That's your call. Laura did not want negative ease. We did a little negative ease. She didn't notice, but just a little. Because it'll just make, if it comes in under the bust just slightly and not tight, it really is much more flattering than even a 1-to-1. So use a little bit of negative ease. Just don't go too much. Is the brown knit that Peggy is wearing still available on your site? Yes. I wrote down the pattern fabric number. The brown knit is 1604. And I love it. I mean, I just love it.
Is that the same knit as this?
It is.
Okay.
This is just a little bit thicker. This is a little bit thinner. A little more drapey.
Very nice.
You guys, I've had lots of questions. People saying to me, what do I use with this thin rayon knit? There's so many fun things, but this is one good thing to use. 1516, the fabric that Laura has on, the new print, that's not up yet, but that's the number that it will be. Are we good? Really? I think it's a wrap. For all of you going
So
to Puyallup, you
fast.
guys, I'm going to be at Puyallup at the Kai Scissor booth Thursday afternoon, 4 to 6. 4 to 6. If you're going to the dinner, Thursday night's the dinner. I can't believe Puyallup is this weekend, but it is. And I'm just really excited to see everybody. But 4 to 6, come say hi at Kai Scissors. And we're going to have a little special too as well. Anyway, Laura.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And to all of you guys, happy sewing from Silhouette Patterns.
Bye.
Good night.